Welcome to our podcast today. This is David from Success Through Strategy with our division of Finish First. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about that today, how to finish first and how to be the best that you can be and how to keep striving and keep winning and keep going every day, all day, hard in the paint, so to speak. We would like to thank our sponsors right now. We want to thank you for listening and allowing us to spread our knowledge and wisdom with you today. How's everybody doing? We would like to welcome you to our humble abode. One of the things that we're going to talk about today is finishing first, and the finishing first is a mindset and mentality that makes for a better, conducive way of living for yourself. Whether you have a family, whether you're solo, whether you have a village that you take care of, or whether you just want to help other peoples and be of service, we have the formula. We have the formula that'll help you move forward. In order to be the best, you got to think like the best. And in order to think like the best, you got to believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself and you walk with faith, then you'll be the best that you can be. One day I was walking down the street and I stopped at a stop sign. I looked both ways before crossing the street. Guess what? Somebody ran the stop sign. Guess what? I stepped back on the curb. Guess what? I looked again both ways, then I crossed the street. Then I got across the street as fast as I could. And as I walked down that street and walked about 3 or 4 blocks, as I was in the downtown area, I saw the same car doing the same thing on another street. So was it deja vu? No. What it was I was a winner because I looked both ways. Plus, I stopped and then I continued. So that's the metaphor. So, metaphorically speaking, it just means that I did something that was conducive to me to save me, which was everybody likes to save themselves, which was very good for me. One of the problems with being you is that every time you step out the door, you got to look at yourself and you got to say, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I can do it all. When you can do it all, you still got to do some more because there's more tasks, there's more things for you to do that are put in your path. No fear, none. You just keep climbing those mountains each day, every day, all day. People don't understand who you are, but you understand who you are. You're a winner. When I leave the house, when I go out, especially when I'm going out on business and I'm going out on deals and I'm going out to do things that are going to better the society, I feel as though I'm a shark with a shark's mentality. Whoever gets in the way, that's their problem. Be the best, do the best, overcome the rest. So to continue my story, so I walked about 15 blocks downtown just because I needed to do that day. I saw that car 3 times that almost hit me at the first block, the first crossing. Each time I saw that car, I saw more and more frustration in the driver's face. And then it dawned on me that the driver was stressed out and couldn't find which way they were going, and they probably were late to a meeting. When I got to about the 12th block, the driver pulled up alongside of me and said, "Hey, can you tell me where this building is at? But I'm supposed to park in this garage." And I told the driver, It's right there. That's your building. See that building? That's your landmark. You need to get over there. So they looked and they got there. Later on in the day, after I had done my work and negotiated a contract, when I came back out the building that I was in, it happened to be right next to the building where I told the driver. So I got to the stop sign. I looked both ways. Guess who I saw for the third time? So the driver actually thanked me. And they said that they had a good meeting and they were able to get there on time. So what that meant to me was I had a hand in that. Well, why would I think I had a hand in that? Well, for simply because maybe that day I was supposed to meet that person, and maybe that day that I helped that person, and maybe that person moved forward in life. Don't know what happened to the person, but there are no coincidences in life. One of the one of the interesting situations is that you can always make a difference. You can always be the difference. You can always be courteous. That's part of being a great person, being a winner, especially when it pertains to what I believe. So if you don't believe that, fine. But know that being a winner means overcoming your issues. And the less issues you have, the more you can accomplish. It's just like a team, sports team. They can have all the issues in the world, but when it comes to playoffs, if they negate those issues, then they have a shot at being the champion. And that's what it is when you win a championship, is that you negated and you overcame all those issues and you worked on them and you overcame them and you made them be a non-negative factor, or NNF. One of the big, big themes of that is, can each one love themselves so that they can play together in that field of sport? That's the hardest thing to overcome, is that. Because you can have a team, but you might not have team chemistry. That there, number one. And if you're on a business team, you have to have team chemistry, whether you're in person, online, or a combination thereof. Everyone has to understand their role. Everyone has to overcome their own personal issues, and then the group dynamics will take over. And if the group dynamics do not equal a positive outcome, then changes have to be made. And they have to be made immediately. Someone has to go, or someone has to be repurposed. No one cares about no one's feelings because they don't exist when it becomes business and it's about increasing profits. Feelings only exist to slow the process down. So feelings have to be managed by each team member. So each team member has to understand, okay, I'm passionate about this and they're passionate about their topic. But they have to work together. So there has to be some concessions. And that's how you build a winner. Because a winner always does this. It always shows its face early. It shows potential. So it's up to you to grab for that every time you meet. And if you keep grabbing for that, eventually you'll reach your goal. You have to be relentless. And the relentless pursuit is the relentless pursuit of, this time is allotted to be a winner. And so to be the winner, you got to allot that for every day. So maybe you went to bed last night and your stomach hurt. But when you got up in the morning, you ate, you got yourself together, you stepped out the door, and you was ready to go. And you woke up and you had a lion inside of you waiting to get out. You went to the office, spoke, You got it done. Before you know it, it was lunchtime. Before you knew that, it was time to go. You were part of a team, and you got up and you put clothes on and you got online and you had your meeting. You assessed something in yourself. You became direct. You spoke with authority and you listened. And you made sure that the meeting rolled along smoothly for you and for others. That made you a winner there. Emails, that's another story. Text, that's another story. Winners do as winners do, win or go home. If you feel like you can't win, then why are you sitting at that table? And if you also feel like you can't win, why are you putting fear in your heart? You always win. When you got to the meeting some kind of way, whether it was in person or online, you're still there. Maybe you had a predisposed thought. Maybe they ripped your theory up the first 5 minutes of the meeting. Doesn't matter. It matters that you were there, you were active, and you were positive, no matter what. This is what winners do. You cannot win the championship unless you overcome your fears and you overcome the sum of all fears with the team. That's what makes winning fulfilling. That's why you get the euphoric high, because you know what it took to get there. Winners never lose. You got beaten in the championship, okay, but you learned. So you come back the next year, back to the championship to get some. This time you gave some and you win. Remember that. You either gave or they gave you. Which one is it? Which one is it going to be? Which one are you going to predetermine? So even when you lose, you win. And that's what winners do. Yeah, we could talk about the cliche of being a winner. We could talk about the cliche of not winning. But if you were there at the championship, you was there. You got there. You learned. In the off season, you went and you retrained. You made up for it. However you trained. And you learned. And that sting in your mouth and that hurt that you had, you take it and you use it for your motivation. Not to seek revenge, but to go higher and to be better and to move forward and to move forward faster. Because now you understood and now you understand. And now you're living, you're understanding, and you're living in the now. And when you're living in the now, the future comes into focus really quick. And you're consistent and you're consistently able to produce at that high level. This is what makes a champion. And this is why you're a champion. Maybe the breakfast that you had makes you a champion. Or maybe it's just what's inside of you that fuels you. You fuel and you go and you do. And everything you do is in real time. That's why champions are champions. People call me R Time or R Todd. Real time on demand. And that's what you need to be a champion. You're real time on demand and you push through and you make it. And you do the things that's necessary to make you better, to make you greater. You go the extra step. You train. You have contingency plans. You roll through. Imagine a tank, as you will. big, bad, ready to rock and roll up. Imagine a lion, if you will. Big, bad, strong, ready to go. This thing of being a winner is always something that everybody needs every day. When you lose, you still win. When you win, you win. Who wants to be better? And who wants to be the best? Those are questions that you have to ask yourself. Those are questions that you have to ask yourself every day. You don't ask yourself those things every day, then how can you be a winner? Cheetahs, they chase down their prey. Then they got to find a way to get the prey in their mouth and rest away from all the other predators out there. But they're winners. They do what cheetahs do. They run, they jump, they do everything faster, harder. They push their bodies to the limit. They cut on a dime. They do the things necessary to be an apex predator. But they do it in their own time. That's what makes a cheetah a cheetah. Spots on a cheetah give it great camouflage. Cheetah takes off. It's like it's shooting out of a cannon. No hesitation. Ready to go. Whatever prey it is, they got a 30% chance to live that attack. That's championship caliber athleticism. What do you have in you? What fuels you? What motivates you? What makes you be best? What can you do better today? What can you do better tomorrow? What can you do better every day to make you grind into the championship? People lose because they consider themselves losers. If you never consider yourself a loser, you're always going to be a winner. In this universe, there is always a duality, a positive and a negative. There is no other way. So you got to figure out which one you are and what you are. Are you a predator? Are you a top of the apex predator? Do you feel it in your gut that you're going to win the day when you wake up? Or do you go out the door, ho hum, another day, pennies on a dollar? Or do you go out the door with a cheetah's mentality? And I'm not talking about rushing somewhere. I'm talking about rushing to the finish line in your brain, being the best, going hard in the paint. That's what you need. That's what you should be. That is the definition of a winner. And that definition is only one definition. There are thousands of definitions. But for today, that's what you're going out the door for. The cheetah's mentality and a lion's strength. That's you. This is David from Success Through Strategy podcast with Finish First. Be blessed. Have a great day. Do the things necessary. Be a winner.